What's up, everybody? Aigey here, and I'm going to go ahead and call it now. Orisa's going to change the meta and revert everything back into the 3-tank meta. I'm just going to go ahead and lay that out right now, and the reason I say that is because it's just going to be completely pointless to not run Orisa on every single team comp, and the reason why I'm saying that is just because her kit is because you can take the 2000 damage gun that she has, you can take the mini Zarya ult that she has, she can take the Reinhardt ultimate charge counter. There's just so much about her kit that says fuck you to a lot of things that make the meta what it is right now. Since everybody's starting to run Bastion now, you're seeing a lot more Bastions, especially in higher SR gameplay with people where they really just want to run that Bastion either on offense or defense because of how strong he is and the super armor and the anti-healing and being able to heal through damage now. Just not being able to die as easily while putting out so much damage just makes it a lot easier to climb as a Bastion player, as well as making it really good as long as your team plays around the Bastion. Obviously, if your team doesn't play around the Bastion, aka having a Reinhardt and a Diva or what have you to protect him while he does what he does, then he's probably going to fall apart, and obviously it's not going to work out. But from the things that Orisa can do as far as stopping a Reinhardt charge and completely nullifying anything that he would do there, definitely is going to bring him into being one of the lesser desirable engage heroes if you have a Zarya on your team with a Reinhardt and he just wants to charge in there and get some kills. Like let's take Numbani as a perfect example. Trying to push the upper point of Numbani, which a lot of people currently do still. It's just he's just going to get run over now because Orisa can just stand in front of your Reinhardt, tank some of the damage, take the Zarya bubble, and then also the enemy Reinhardt gets knocked down and he can get blown up and punished for that now. So it makes it significantly harder to just get some free kills on some of those choke points because of the way that Orisa interacts with some of the different heroes in the game. I mean, her gun is just so strong. Her ability is the halt ability, being able to pull a Reinhardt away from a Bastion if they're camping a specific place just with the snap of a finger and just waiting for a sound cue on that halt ability to go by. It's just, there's so many different ways for Orisa to just do well, and I've been playing her on the PTR, I've been playing some bot matches with her, not quite playing her in the quick play since that she's obviously just everybody's spaghetti just right now, just trying to figure out like, oh shit man, I gotta get in there, get my Orisa gameplay, man. Everybody knows how to play Orisa right now. It's just a clusterfuck right now in the PTR. But in all honesty, I think that Orisa is going to be very strong, and she's going to bring back the tank meta because A, she's able to deal with Reinhardt better than any other hero at the moment because she can tank the Reinhardt charge and then blow him up for it, since that it forces a stun on the Reinhardt and causes him to be taken down immediately, and then your Reinhardt can then charge in and get some good value out of that play there. And then on top of that, the halt ability where she's able to pick people up and move them somewhere just is really strong, and then giving people 50% additional damage from her ultimate to all teammates and within line of sight. Yeah, sure, it's got a 200 HP lifespan, but that thing's ridiculous. Like, come on, it's just line of sight extra damage. It's so crazy. You could set that up, walk around the corner, and then keep it line of sight with your team while engaging on a fight. It's so strong. There's a lot of things, and then the 900 deployable shield that has an immediate cooldown that happens as soon as it's placed, as well as being able to stay up for a considerable amount of time versus all of the other deployable shields. But it just feels very strong. Her kit feels very strong. I don't think she's going to be super strong immediately once she hits live, but for now, I think that based on what her kit does and the current way that the meta is, that it would make it significantly push the meta back into 3-tank for at least a while until they figure out something to do with Bastion, until they figure out how they're going to tweak Bastion. I think that this is probably the way that things are going to be for a little while. I'm just calling it now. I'm going to go ahead. It is a speculation. It is not necessarily going to be 100% true, but I just want to throw something out there to be like, man, I sat down, thought about it, looked at what her kit does, compared it to the rest of the meta, talked with some of the pros, and I'm just saying it now. I think that the meta is going to go back to 3-tank. I really do. And I want to see what happens. Also, I want to know your all's opinion in the comment below. Love hearing from you guys. I know this video isn't super long. It's not your 20-minute long. Let me freak out about Orisa. Like, oh my god, holy heck, this champion is so crazy. I've been waiting for all eternity for this. It's just I'm not gonna do that because I think Orisa, here she is. She's coming into the game. It's really cool that they're coming out with new heroes. I love the design for the hero. I think it's great. I think it's really cool to have a detonatable graviton from a distance, and you can detonate it, and it goes wherever you want it to. You just shoot it down a straight line, and then you get a sound cue for when it's time to detonate that little bugger. And I think her kit's cool. I think she's going to be a lot of fun, at least for my playstyle. Maybe not everybody's. Going to be a great addition as a flex tank for some options on some of the 2CP maps, as well as I like the changes to the way that 2CP is now for defense, having longer respawn, so you can't just trickle in indefinitely and make it super hard when you get picks, or if you're playing for picks on attack. But when it comes down to it, for the Bastion meta, and being able to disposition a Reinhardt, I think is probably the strongest thing that we can hope for with any hero in Overwatch. And that's what I tried to do as Zarya, and now we have a hero that can do it on a much shorter cooldown. So let's see where this hero takes us into Season 4. And again, I want to hear your all's opinions, so go ahead, leave those comments down below, and I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, peace.
Aigey.